Welcome to Strategic Sundays with Coach Sherea, our weekly planning session. Um, Let me turn the music down. All right, so welcome to another session of our Strategic Sundays, helping you plan your week. Let's get started. So I am Coach Sherea. I help individuals achieve their life goals while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. And I do that through teaching group coaching programs and hosting monthly goal challenges and live events. I'm the published author of over 11 books and journals and the co-founder of the Goal Setters Club. And I am a certified coach, trainer, and speaker with the John C. Maxwell team. And so you are in the right hands today. I am a super planner. And so our goal today is to, let me see if I can raise this up. I apologize. I'm going to try to get some more space on here. Take out the QR code. All right, so our goal today is to get the most out of your week by planning in advance, staying on task with the life goals you set for yourself, scheduling your priorities rather than prioritizing your schedule, creating a consistent routine, which is now to help you get more done throughout the week, providing the resources and tools you need to plan a successful week, and to make sure we are planning in advance for special holidays and birthdays. So before we begin, make sure you have your downloads ready. If you are part of the 1 Year Success program, the downloads are under February 26th. So you just download the worksheets. Make sure you got your right mood going on. You got your snacks, your coffee. I have my coffee and my water. You want to plan at least 30 minutes with me going through this, kind of like your prompts. And then afterwards, you probably need another hour and a half to 2 hours to complete everything. Get your water, your green smoothie. And we are going to be, let's get ready. Repetition is the key to forming new habits. So each week, if you're here with me, you'll notice that we repeat the same core information every week. I added a few updates and some specifics, but essentially we follow the same formula that is in your planner, and that will help you to get a routine to start planning your week every week. I plan my week every week. Every week I plan my menus, my look at my calendar. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're going to be using the 2024 daily planner. Again, if you have that planner already, this year we released it as a PDF. So it is available. I'm going to show you that calendar real quick. So this is what the pages looks like, and this is what we be going through. So you have your reflection worksheet, you have your planner pages, you have your weekly bills, you have your weekly meal plan, you have your goal accountability tracker. And so that's what that looks like, the inside. And then after the session, you want to have your goals journal, you want to have your planner, you want to have your planning list, your checklist. It's just a checklist to remind you, do you have any doctor's appointments? Do you have any kids' school things to do? So it's just like a checklist to put those things in there in case you forgot. If you have a business, you also have the business marketing calendar, checking in on what's happening with your business, what promotions you're running, what press releases you're doing, what social media you're going to be posting. And if you need a 3-ring binder. So for me, last year I used the actual planner. And last year I used the business marketing calendar, but this year I print them out and I just have a 3-ring binder because I keep all my flyers and stuff in there, my things for the week. And so now I just print them out and put them in a 3-ring binder. I also have my prayer journal And then the celebrate everyday calendar. So this is the calendar that has special events and, National Donut Day and stuff like that. I'm trying to find the beginning of this calendar. Yeah, the celebrate every day calendar. And I'll put a link in the bio. I'll put a link in this video for you. So have you had one of these weeks? So the goal is to plan in advance. And also as you pre-plan, you can see what you need to automate, delegate, and eliminate. Some things we just need to take off the schedule. Some things we need to delegate to other people. Some things we need to make automatic. And so as you get your schedule, you start doing your planning, you can see what those things you should keep yourself and what things you should delegate out. So we start with reflection. There is a quote that says, effective action, follow effective action with quiet reflection. From quiet reflection will come even more effective action. And so sometimes we think when we just go, that we get things done, but sometimes we need to sit back and reflect on what's happening. Where are we? Who are we? Because sometimes it's just a go, and we don't take time to get centered. And so why should we reflect? Reflection transforms experiences into insights. So we're looking at not just like this thing happened. Oh, now you're looking at this thing happen. Why did this thing happen? How can I make this thing happen again? How can I make sure this thing don't ever happen again? Why did this thing happen to me? It's just kind of giving you an opportunity to kind of reflect and think about it a little bit more instead of just continuing to move. By intentionally pausing, we broaden and enrich our thinking. It allows us to refocus on the big picture. Reflection aids in defining our objectives and goals. It enables examination of positive, neutral, and negative outcomes for our work. Applying the law of reflection, create a space for regular and effective moments of pause and reflection. Allocate time for reflection. During these reflective times, ask yourself questions. And so you want to, maybe every Saturday, every Sunday, even after this time, to go into the backyard, go to the park, go sit in your car and say, hey, what happened this week? What happened last week? Did I lose my temper? Did I not stand up for myself? Did I not create the right boundaries? How can I change that this week? And so just reflecting on the ultimate goal is getting to that life you want to live, the life you were designed to live. And then the continuous reinforcement of reflection, reflecting every week, reflecting at the end of every month. We're going to have a new month this Friday, March. And so taking some time at the end of this month and saying what happened this week and then what happened last month. Last month, February, we worked on our relationships. And so it's a good time to reflect on the activities that you did, the new relationships that you cultivated, and then the relationships that maybe had to end during this time, unfortunately, as we create, space for peace and boundaries. Sometimes there's some relationships that have to end. So then reflecting on the end of the month, every month, especially as we're doing our goals. All right. So your reflection worksheet, you have that. There's a strategy. It still says strategy Saturday. I got to fix that because it was strategy Saturday and we changed it to strategic Sundays. And so just some questions you want to ask yourself. Am I on track to achieve my yearly goals, or do I need to adjust my timeline? We're going to be in March. June is coming up. You want to say, where am I with the goals I set for myself? If you say a new year, new me, what does that look like? Could I do anything better next week to see better results? Does my schedule need to be adjusted? From last week's experiences, what can I learn? How did I do in regards to my goals? How many days are left? Do I need to adjust my timeline? How will next week be different? So some of these questions seem the same. They're worded a little different, but what were my wins last week? What was my overall mood? And just whatever you can ask your question, whatever questions, the more questions you can ask yourself, the better answers you'll get, the better ideas you'll get to change up your week. All right. So yeah, reflecting and expecting. So you want to reflect and you want to expect. Hey, last week I didn't have that much energy. This week I'm gonna make sure I exercise in the morning. I'm gonna drink my water. I'm gonna take my vitamins. Last week I was a little moody. I lost my temper. This week I'm gonna take walks. This week I'm gonna make sure I pause for 30 minutes. Last week I was rushing. I didn't have my things ready. I didn't make my lunch. This week I'm gonna take some more time for myself. So that's kind of like the reason for the reflection, to say I can fix this, I can change this, right? And then birthdays. If you're prone to forgetting birthdays and special events, then we want to work on our birthday calendar. So you have a space in your planner to write down birthdays and anniversaries that's coming up. You want to, now this week, because we're going into March, you want to see whose birthdays are this week, and then you want to jump ahead and see whose birthdays are coming up in March, especially because we have a new month. You're going to be creating a new budget. And so you want to put those birthday gifts or whatever you have inside of that new budget. Once you have your birthdays, now we're going to start this calendar process. Does your days look like this? Does your mornings look like this? You got all these things to do. Picking up the dry cleaning and going to the grocery store. You got go to the gym. Then you got your church calendar. You got the kids calendar. And then you have your errands if you need to go shopping or wash your car and things like that. So let's see. So now we want to go into our planner, and you have a space it starts at 7 a.m. to 9. So we have to work with that. I know I've been trying to, because I wake up at 4. So what I do, I transfer my planner when I'm done into my Google Calendar. And then I put alerts on my Google Calendar, and then my Google Calendar will alert me like 30 minutes before something is done. And then I have a water tracker alert that'll let me know every hour to drink water. So in your planner, you have a space to put this week's goals, your priorities, your personal to-do list, your habit tracker. So this is everything you need during the week to put your week together. And you can also list your top priorities and your number one goal. So you have a space to put your number one goal for the day. You have your top 3 priorities, and then on the side, you have your tracker. So this is an excellent way and I like to print mine out because I like the write, but you also can upload that into your good notes and write in your good notes too, those of you who have iPad. All right. And then your fun calendar, we talked about that. What fun things are coming up this week? They have National Corn Dog Day, National Maple Syrup Day, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. So just getting a head start on what some of those fun days are. You might be able to participate in them. And then what's coming up? So March 1st, we have a new month, new goal focus, new budget. And so it's going to be what word do I want to use? It's going to be a busy week. You're ending one month and starting a new month. And then March 10th, we have daylight savings time. March 17th, we have St. Patrick's Day. March 20th, we have the first day of spring. And so some of these things, like the first day of spring, it may not mean anything to you, but to somebody else, it may mean all the world, especially if you're in fashion. So now you're changing your line. Some people change their clothes out if you live in a certain state. And so first day of spring, it may mean something totally different to somebody else. April, Easter Sunday is coming up. Tax Day is coming up soon in April, and then Earth Day. So just getting a jump start on some of these holidays and events and special events helps you to plan better and to stay focused on your goals. Creating your budget. We talked about, so now we're ending February, making sure all your February bills are paid. Maybe you missed something, and then creating your budget for March. I use Every Dollar, Dave Ramsey's budgeting tool. I've been using it for, 20 years maybe, or 15 years. I've been using it for a long time. So in your budget, you want to review your monthly bills. You want to see what's due next week. You want to see what's due next month. Because I know the first of the month, everything comes out for me, Audible, like all of my subscriptions. So take a brief look at that. Your automatics are coming out, your birthday. So we talked about that, adding that to your budget. And then meal planning. So there is a meal planner inside of your planner. And then some things you can consider, and on here it'll give you some hints on how to organize those days, but that's just a suggestion. You could do whatever you like. But meatless Mondays, maybe every Monday could be meatless. Taco Tuesday, you can experiment with different tacos, shrimp tacos, turkey tacos, fish tacos, so you can change it up. You can have tacos every Tuesday. Wellness Wednesday, maybe that's the day that you make a healthy meal. Maybe it's a plant-based meal on every Wednesday. Crock pot Thursday, a day to take a break, cook the food, put everything in a crock pot on Thursday morning, and come home and you have a one-pot meal. Fast food Friday, going out on Friday. Maybe you work a 9 to 5, you're busy, you're tired, you had a rough week. Looking forward to Friday that you don't have to cook or clean. Make sure if you do eat out, ask for forks and napkins and plates, because obviously we have to do that now. I remember getting something and I was like, where's the forks? Oh, you have to ask. So make sure you ask. And then salad Saturday, maybe every Saturday, setting up the household to have salad, having those. And then celebration Sunday, I use that for like comfort meals. We usually eat the same meals in the morning. So, I mean, not in the morning. We usually eat the same type of meals during the week. Usually like a fish, a chicken, and then maybe a starch or a carb, and then like a vegetable. And then we usually have oatmeal for breakfast and salad for lunch. So kind of the same things. But on Sundays, we try to change it up a little bit, maybe have more comfort food, more soul food, things like that. So the benefits of meal planning. Portion control. So when you're preparing your meals at home, you can control the portions a little bit. Allergy management. I have allergies, and sometimes people say that they don't put a certain ingredient there. Next thing you know, I'm itching or I'm breaking out. Eating healthier. So you have options to eat healthier, because when you're on the road and they don't have what you're looking for, sometimes you give in. Reducing food waste. It saves time. It eliminates stress, trying to figure out what it is you're going to do. And then financial planning. If you're able to plan, you can plan by the sales that are happening in your area. All right, let's see if there's any comments. All right, no comments. The disadvantages of not planning: impulse purchases. Increased consumption of processed foods. So if you're not planning, sometimes you're just grabbing whatever and you're not planning out what that looks like and how that benefits you nutritionally. Higher food costs. It may cost less to make a salad at home than to go buy a $20 salad. You have to rely on unhealthy snacks, expensive snacks. And then sometimes it'll have an impact on your fitness goals. If you're planning on maybe you're keto, and the only thing you can find is something that has mashed potatoes or fried chicken or something like that. So when you are on a health goal or you're trying to budget, meal planning is essential. And then goal setting. So what we do, we have a goal review reflection. We focus on one category of the month. So this month, we're working on our relationship goals. March, we'll be working on our money goals. And then we have review your vision board. I keep my vision board inside my office. And review your routines, making sure you are still working on your routines for the month. And then we have a February reading plan. Let me see if I can blow that up. So our February reading plan, so today we're day 25. You should have already created your weekly, monthly, and yearly routines. This is just a guide if you need a guide, but it's best to do this at the beginning of the month. So that way you're actively working towards your routines. And then towards the end of this week, we will be celebrating our success. So celebrating the relationship goals that you set for yourself. Right. And then we have your routine tracker. So this is where you put your routine. So if for relationship goals, maybe you're doing marriage Monday, maybe you're doing text 10 Tuesday, texting 10 people. Maybe you are um, phone Friday, you're calling people on the phone. So you want to pick your routines for your February relationship so you stay focused on those goals. The goals that you set for yourself, you want to create a routine. And then what are you reading next week? So we are in the 1 year success program. We're reading Relationships 101 by John Maxwell, and this is our reading plan. And so this week we'll be finishing up this book. We're reading page 79 to 89. So we'll be finishing up this book at the end of the month. And then I mentioned I'm a part of 7 book clubs. And so each book club has a different book that we're reading. Actually, we're reading $100 million Lead. So I need to fix that. And so I generally try to read 10 pages a book of each one, or 5, whatever we're reading in that club. So say like for my girls club, we're reading The Pivot Year. It's a short read. It's like 1 page. It's kind of like a devotional, but it's not. And then John Maxwell, it's not that, it's a short read. And then the self-love workbook, that's kind of like on my own time. So I can read however many pages I want. And it's more like it's a journal and pictures. So it's not a lot. And some books we have to do a lot of work, like this $100 million offers. It was a short read, but it was work to do for it as well. All right. So again, some of your resources, you want to have your 2024 goals journal. You want to have your planner, your business marketing calendar if you have a business. And then I have a playlist on Spotify. I believe this is our thank you page. Remember, it wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. So don't wait until it rains to plan and get your planning together and budget and organize and set your goals. You want to get a head start on that. I do want to thank you for joining me today. I am a Coach Sherea. I am going to put, if you want to get the replay to the Strategic Sundays, it's available in our 1 year success program. Just go ahead and scan the QR code, and you will have access to all of those documents, worksheets, the planner. Not this, you would have to buy your own for that. Okay. And so, it's only $47 a month, and you get access to all of our other classes and courses and coaching. All right. Let me see if there is any comments. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next Sunday. Don't forget to take some more time after this. If you need to catch the replay, it's on YouTube for a little bit, and then go ahead and plan out your week. All right, have an awesome Sunday, and I will see you next Sunday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time.